Azur Promilia is a gacha game that I am very eagerly anticipating. I know a lot of you are as well, but apparently there is a lot of drama concerning a brand new announcement that was just made specifically pertaining to global. A day without drama concerning a popular gacha game. What is that even like? Massive Azur Promilia news and drama. I hate to be the bringer of apparently bad news, but Azur Promilia is going to have an English dub. That's right. After what seems to be an entire freaking year of no communication whatsoever from Azur Promilia, maybe more, especially concerning global, because we've had a Chinese beta test, a Korean beta test, a Japanese beta test. I think we've actually moved through 3 Chinese beta tests, but we don't even know who the publisher is really for global yet, let alone a goddamn beta. But apparently the game is already planning an English dub, which means that global is definitely moving along. Real Azur Promilia fans will boycott the game now, will probably be DOA, dead on arrival. Just look at the comments for proof. Now, I opened this because I wanted to go ahead and read through it. Just to be clear, having global release being confirmed and casting a wider net for your potential player base via an English dub is a bad thing. I thought it was the other way around at first myself, but now I know better. Okay, so clearly he's being a little facetious here, right? This is sarcasm, I'm guessing, if that wasn't already obvious. I guess, naturally, Tamil is a member of our community. So to be a member of our community, there comes a certain level of humor, sarcasm that you need to have. Otherwise, you're probably going to take offense to everything. If it wasn't clear, my post was full of irony. At first, when I read the news, I was ecstatic because we finally get a confirmation of the global release, and then there's an English dub to boot for those who want it. What's not to like, right? Then I started reading the comments to see how excited people were, and boy, was I wrong. For them, it's the worst possible news imaginable, and I was left confused. It's a weird AF reaction to have. This drama proves why interacting with game-specific communities sucks. People cry about dubs because all the tourists will now try the game, doom posting the game because they apparently already know the subtitles and localization will suck now, even though nothing is really confirmed. Oh my god! So, as you all know, I play all my gacha games in English. It allows for me to enjoy the game because I can understand it without having to read the subtitles. So when I'm playing the game, when I'm doing things around the world, they speak. When I'm focusing on like all the epic things going on in the cutscene, I can hear what they're saying without needing to read the subtitles. As you all know, I'm friends with Amanda Rochelle, the voice actress of Cardathea in Wuthering Waves. I'm also friends with Jane Jackson, the voice actor of Female Rover in Wuthering Waves, and Perlica in Arknights Endfield. So I have some very talented voice actor friends, and they do a phenomenal job. They actually work for a British voice acting studio that is incredibly talented. They do the English dub for Reverse 1999, Wuthering Waves, Arknights Endfield, and a bunch of other gacha games. Even Hoyoverse has started using some of these voice actors for some of their characters now, and it stands to reason as to why they don't have the same issues that the American voice actors have. So, I mean, I don't see anything wrong personally with them using an English dub voice cast. I think that just makes it better, appeal to a larger demographic of players. And I don't see why you'd want to limit your total pool of potential players to a fraction of people. And that isn't to say that, you know, it's only a small number of people that use like a Japanese or a Chinese or a Korean dub, but you are definitely limiting your potential reach. And for a game as big as Azur Promilia might be, we need to reach the maximum possible. I also want to point out here as an additive, now just because they are going to have an English dub doesn't mean they're going to necessarily have the English dub be like, I don't know what the people are claiming, like woke or something. So from my perspective, it is completely down to the localization team. The localization team is going to localize the game into English, and then after localizing it, then the voice director will come in and he will be in charge of, or she will be in charge of directing the voice actors. But the localization is going to happen first. The dub itself is going to have no impact whatsoever on the writing. So I'm going to go on a limb here and assume that that's what people are upset about. And it's also highly unlikely at this juncture that they're going to use the American voice actors. I know all the SAG-AFTRA stuff that happened with the Hoyo voice actors and everything. So I'm going to go out on a limb and speculate that they'd probably use the same studio that all the gacha games are using now. The listing was translated using DeepSeek. They're looking for a voiceover supervisor in Shanghai, full-time R&D technology. manage the demand, forecasting, scheduling, quality supervision, integration testing for multi-language voice assets and games, coordinate and communicate with English and Korean dubbing suppliers and voice directors, have a comprehensive understanding of the entire multi-language voice production pipeline, and maintain a mature workflow. So it looks like they're hiring a voiceover supervisor to manage English and Korean dubs. That's interesting, not just like Chinese and Japanese. Okay, let's see why the people are upset. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. If they absolutely must, the best we can hope for is to go with the British voice actors like Wuthering Waves did. Yeah, exactly. You never see any of the British voice actors involved in any drama. So I'm totally all for that. Reverse 1999, the games did an amazing job choosing their VAs, 100%. Damn, they really just done goofed, huh? Couldn't resist burning precious resources into an English dub that most weebs won't use. A lot of people use the English dub for games like Wuwa, games like Genshin. Have you seen the amount of people that follow these voice actors? Tens, if not hundreds of thousands, because of how much they love them. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people that use the English dub. That's a damn shame. And the people like people said, dub titles are even worse offenders. What? Also, you don't even need to use the English dub. If you don't like the English dub, just swap to Japanese or Chinese or Korean. 9/11 for this dub to know English dub is coming. Yeah, I know. I'm just happy to know we're actually getting a global server. Yeah, exactly. This just got a whole lot more cringe really fast. Shit tier voice acting and tourists is actually this is a massive high budget AAA open world action gacha game. Do you want it to appeal to like 50 people? No. The tourists are the actual players of the game. I'm sorry. This might upset some people, but the average majority of a player base consists of the normal casual players, not the hardcore grinders that are trying to get that top 1%, not the people that are going to try and exile or forbid discussion or inclusion of other dubs. No. Worst part about this is potential problem with subtitles. Instead of proper translation, we could get dub titles that are made to fit whenever English voice actor director wanted instead of what the devs intend. No, the game is localized into English. That is a localizer's job. They have an entire localization team in games to localize something. If the localization team wants to mess with the translation, then they will. It's got nothing to do with the English dub. The English dub is literally just a byproduct of the translation and localization process. It can happen even without an English dub. Exactly. Yeah, that is exactly my point. I think some people misinterpret like the power that an English dub has or the purpose for it. Why throw money out of the window for a trash English dub? Just don't use it. Here come the problematic Twitter warrior American. I mean, they might not even use it. Arknights Enfield, Wuthering Waves, Reverse Night. So many gacha games are using the British VAs. So, I mean, from what I recall, even Ananta is using British voice actors from what I've seen from some of the characters that appeared in the demo. Oh, fuck me. English dub, really? Can't wait for dialogue to be altered for no clear reason, leading to a jarring mismatch between what characters are saying versus subs if you're using any Chinese, Japanese voiceover with English subs. Focusing on English subs rather than aiming for a simultaneous release. It's so over. It's honestly better for the game to have no global server than to have one with English dub. Laughing my ass off, low-key real. We're gonna have censored camera angles, character disappears way too fast when looked down from below, cardboard self-insert main character, a wider audience speak in the promo interview, censored designs such as Abby and the Maid, granny panties for mostly characters, now a shitty English dub. How can they dig themselves even deeper? Oh, so you mean to tell me they're doing what every big gacha game does to appeal to the largest demographic of players? You mean to tell me they're doing what is absolutely necessary for them to succeed as a gacha game? Okay, yeah. So, they are an open world gacha, just like Enfield, Wuwa, Genshin, NTE, Ananta. They all have female main characters and male main characters. It's to appeal to the largest demographic. That is how these games work. There's nothing wrong with appealing to a wider audience. Lots of games do it. I mean, I don't know about granny panties for the characters. Nothing I've seen would make me believe that's the case. The camera angles thing, that's the majority of gacha games. The centering the little girl characters, I mean, okay. I don't know what was censored. Once again, ew. So, I mean, yeah, evidently there are a lot of very upset, very negative people because they're getting an English dub that is going to follow the English localization. Yeah. So the game is already in a lot of drama before Global even has a publisher confirmed yet. Oh my God, like these communities, you just can't make happy. You just can't. You do anything, they all get angry. They all get upset. Like, thank God, like the vast majority of people here don't give a fuck. This is a small group of very upsetty spaghetti people on social media that are just gonna yell into the void because, I mean, they already have their vision for the game. And I'm of the personal opinion that developers have a vision for a game. And if you don't like that vision, fuck off. Nobody cares. NTE did it with the no hand holding for males thing, right? When you're a male and you can't hold, I think it was Chaos's hand. They just said, some people are upset. Oh, well, sucks for you. They are making Azur Promilia in the way they want to make Azur Promilia. If you don't like the version of Azur Promilia that they make, go make your own game or go play another game. It's really that simple. There are going to be millions of us that enjoy Azur Promilia for the game that it is. And the game that it is the game that they had the vision of. Stop trying to change a game to appeal to you. The game is being created to appeal to as many people as possible. That is their goal. That is their vision. You don't need to try and change it. You're just one person. You're a small fraction of the total player base that are going to enjoy this thoroughly. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.